Eileen Wang, she was the mayor, right? She just resigned. She just got hit with federal charges for being a Chinese spy.
See? Okay. I got something to say about this.
This is the mayor.
No.
Like,
Wait, this is a sitting mayor.
Sitting mayor in Arcadia right now.
We're infiltrated, y'all.
get
Told
this.
you, we're infiltrated.
Hold on now, get this. What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Maverick Approach. Maverick here. And, of course, I got Devon True.
The Brotherhood, Northerhood.
And, of course, you know this guy. He's an honorary member.
Oh,
BH
no.
in the house.
My brothers. Good to see
Yes,
y'all
sir.
again.
Yes, sir.
My brother, Regime.
As
Yes, sir.
always.
Regime
man,
is back.
You've been rocking and rolling.
Yeah, man. You know, gotta keep the foot on the gas.
Yes.
You
Yes.
gotta keep a globe trotting.
Yeah, you just came back from Dallas.
Just came back from Dallas.
Yeah, we was there too.
Yeah, man. I was trying to catch y'all.
Yeah.
I think I got there like 2 days behind y'all.
Right. So we went to InfoWars. We did.
Which is major. Clap that up.
Sir, yes, sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Major.
We did that. We did DD in the morning in Dallas.
I saw that too.
A bunch of stuff, man. So, you know, we
That was one of my favorites.
We were supposed to link up with Real Life. That didn't happen.
Right.
You know,
so
Shout out to Real Life.
shout out Real Life.
Hey, we got to get the paper right. But, it's
But like
all
I
good.
said, I tell people, I say, look, bro, I can't tell them what to do. I can reach out for you.
Right.
But like I said, a lot of the methodologies that I apply to how I operate in this game, I learned directly from these two gentlemen.
Right.
Because, like, wasn't nobody really trying to teach me nothing. People were just trying to benefit. You know what I'm saying? And then I felt like these people don't even see me no more these days. You feel me? I think they thought I was playing. But, like, you know, if Maverick and Devon call you, it's going to be something cool. It's going to be something good. It's going to be entertaining. You're going to make money. You're going to meet cool people.
Absolutely.
And, you know, people, when you're a black man, like, people love to call you to die with them or suffer with them.
Right.
They don't want to call you to win with them. And I take that very seriously. You feel me?
So what do you think that is? Like, to be honest, is that crabs in a barrel mentality still very prevalent? Is it something that they call upon that to be like, hey, let's do some bullshit versus, hey, let's elevate?
So listen, you said crabs in a barrel. I call it clowns in a barrel.
Damn.
Because listen, I just ordered 2 boxes of some very special items off Amazon.
What you ordered?
One box is full of red bozo noses. And the other box is some long red bozo shoes.
It's much needed.
So I'm just
much
going
needed.
to start passing these out to certain guys as soon as they start talking so they can know like where they stand.
For sure.
If we don't all say something, a new moron is born now. Just think about it. Be honest. This is the most zestiest group of morons I have ever seen. And it's like more morons get flooded the street daily.
Every day.
You can't be a zesty moron.
Bro,
Like,
look at the
that
streamer
sound
dudes.
crazy.
Oh, speaking of, yeah, that's a great point because
That's a
we were
great
just talking
point.
about this the other day, how misinformation and how whoever's behind these guys are being manufactured.
And we
For
called it.
sure.
We called it. We said, look, there's going to be manufactured content creators,
For
influencers,
sure.
podcasters, and now this is what we have now.
Yeah, because
Cavicular and all of
yeah,
these.
Clav, they said, well, for one, he just bought a club at the age of like 21, 22.
How?
You got to follow the money.
Right. Oh, you know who the money is.
Then he has clippers, right? So on WAP, they have a platform called WAP to where you can track and do rev splits with clippers, right?
Damn.
So he spends $1 million a month.
On Clippers?
Yes.
Is he making that?
Yes.
How?
Well, the thing is, the Clippers are doing rev share, but you have Neon, you have Clav, all these people spending millions of dollars on Clippers. That's why you see him everywhere. To be omnipresent is the trick bag, the shortcut to being famous online.
Right. But where are they getting that $1 million from?
That's the point.
I have an idea.
I have an idea too.
Who do you think it is?
they're getting this upfront money Well, I'm gonna let Maverick expound on this.
I know Clav is getting his from allegedly Peter Thiel.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a
he's an op.
rumor going around allegedly that Peter Thiel is funding Clav because of what he's pushing. So he's on TRT, right?
Okay.
Making him infertile. So that's pushing to the kids not to have kids. That's pushing the agenda of, hey, looks maxing to do, micro fractures on your face.
Facts.
All this weird shit
The fuck?
to make people more docile, more robotic-like.
Yeah.
Okay, to go into transhumanism.
Which is something that is right on the forefront right now.
Yeah.
And if we aren't careful, because Neuralink is coming.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
And then if you think about it, we were just talking about this too. We just posted a video. This was in Dallas and Austin. They have these 15-minute cities popping up.
Right.
And these 15-minute cities, there was one massive one in Austin called The Domain. We did a whole video on it. And the fact that nobody's realizing it, how we're getting assimilated into these 15-minute cities, AI.
15-minute cities.
And what's happening is these mega corporations, these billionaires, they want everybody to be in these highly condensed populated areas to be tracked, to be assimilated into AI.
And you can also shut them down at any time. If you think about it,
Yeah,
it's so condensed. You can block people in there easily.
for sure.
It's
Why did they pass a federal law in 2021 during the Biden administration in the infrastructure investment bill to where all the new cars by 2027 has an AI system to shut down your entire car if you're inebriated or if you feel like you're too tired? They had the judgment call.
Interesting, because when I was in Dallas, there's a new rideshare company called Alto. And when you book Alto, it looks like an electric car, but it has a driver though. And it's got water, champagne. You can trust you adjust the music, the AC on your own. And they said we want to bring back human to human interaction. And they make it a point to drive past the Tesla graveyard. That's right down in downtown Texas.
okay.
Cybertrucks galore, Model Ys, and people are just turning in their Teslas, getting out of it because battery goes out, it's $20,000 to fix it, and there's no warranty for the battery.
Right.
And then the cameras are rolling nonstop in those Teslas, and you don't own the footage.
Really? Damn.
So in the there's a case going on that just got found. Verdict was put in with the Julio Fulio, the rapper guy. They got the conviction based off the Tesla cameras in the hotel parking lot.
That's right. I saw that. Yeah.
And then you don't own the footage, and you don't even have access to the footage. Law enforcement can get it before you can.
Right. So did they ever figure out who hacked into his account? Because remember they said he wasn't dead, then he was dead.
That was his sister that was running his account.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
That's crazy. Because I remember they were kind of trolling and
For
saying,
sure.
Right.
Yeah. For sure.
Sidebar. I didn't even cut you
Go ahead,
off.
bro. No, go
But
ahead,
sidebar, do you know what movie that this whole, yeah, you already know where I'm going. Do you know what movie is based on an all-in-one dystopian city?
I mean, there's a few.
Yeah, but there's one that's a kid's movie.
Kids
Kids
movie?
movie?
Kids movie?
Kids
Which one was
movie.
that?
The Lorax.
I haven't seen
Oh
that.
shit!
Did you see the Lorax?
I don't remember it. I
Wait.
saw it, but a long time ago. But I do
Let
not
me
remember
type
it.
in this on IMDb.
What was in the Lorax? What was going on?
So basically, it was about a dystopian future, and they had bottled air that the mayor was selling to all the people, and it was a 15-minute city.
Damn.
Yeah, and they sold the air to the people.
So
Everything, all amenities, shopping,
the
entertainment.
walled
Were,
city of Thedeville, where everything is artificial and even the air is a commodity. Damn.
there you go.
Yo,
So
Nice
now get
one.
this.
Damn.
Get
You
this.
just
So that
stored.
15-minute city that we went to in Austin, it was owned by none other than BlackRock and Vanguard.
surprise, surprise.
Okay. So they owned that. So
Now,
that's one.
I have some add to that when you're done, bro.
Two, the air Get this. There's a patent on smart dust, right? Nanotechnology that was filed in 2022. Guess who owns it? Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo.
Why do they own it? So they're saying they're using this nanotechnology, this smart dust. You can look this up on Google Patents. And basically, this smart dust, you can use it to where they can inhale it, or the public can inhale it, and it tracks your biometric data, and it can be used to purchase things or track your purchase
So
history.
this will be in like the bank lobby.
Yep. Bank lobby or even ATMs. So you breathe in the smart dust as soon as you pull up, and then it has the tech in your body.
And what do you think that smart dust is working with?
5G.
Not only 5G, but the shot.
Well, yeah, it's all tied.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
all
that
tied together.
The jab was tied to, allegedly, 5G.
Right.
Because that's why people were getting sick, allegedly.
The cold shit is, I actually literally just watch. It's funny because I always watch this shit right before we sit down. But I was watching something that talked about every pandemic that's ever really been. I mean, not every that's ever been, but literally from like the 1920s, the 1930s. 1G eventually came out. Then the next, step up.
Yeah, 2,
then
3,
2G,
4.
3, 4, 5. Like they all had pandemics.
Right.
All of them. Every single one.
What is 6G?
Oh, whatchamacall already had 6G.
Who?
Japan?
Yeah.
So what exactly is 6G?
I don't know.
Yeah. I
Have
don't
they?
know either.
Have they? Yeah, like what?
Well, 5G made birds fall out of the sky.
Right.
That's facts. And then now we got the hantavirus coming.
So what do you think that is?
Wait. Before that though, he was gonna add something to the.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I spent time in Kenya. In Kenya, there's a city called Nakuru.
Okay.
That's where my girl family from. BlackRock bought the entire city of Nakuru. So she's calling me saying, yeah, I need you to send money. I have to travel to Nakuru and I have to file the state claim to the land. I'm like, what you mean take state claim to the land? She said, yeah, a company named BlackRock bought the entire city.
Ain't no way.
And if you don't show up and claim your land, you got a certain amount of time and they take claim to it.
Wow.
Crazy.
This shit is like it's happening in real time.
That's what's going on. So Nakuru just got bought by BlackRock, the whole city.
And that's always the testing grounds. Africa's always a testing
All
ground.
the time. Because everything for sale over there.
Right.
Oh, you think
Like-
Bill Gates over there all the time?
Bro, people think you finna go to Africa and it's gonna be welcome, my brothers. Hell no.
It's worse over there.
Yes, you're gonna be a foreigner. They gonna say a foreigner.
Stone you.
Yeah.
You getting stoned.
Stone.
They
But-
got, between them and, China's over there, heavily invested.
Right.
Oh no.
So they completely just took
Thick.
over.
They real thick over there.
Yeah.
They got Chinese food I've never even seen over there before.
Yeah.
They got the eels just hanging in the window. I'm like, damn.
That's real
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
That's crazy. No, but what were you going to say?
We lost my train of thought about what?
Oh, so we were talking about BlackRock and the 15-minute cities, but that's
Talking about the hantavirus.
That's
sorry.
what we were talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Hantavirus. So
Did y'all see the tweets that came out 3 years ago saying the hantavirus was coming?
yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
And I see. Okay.
What do you think that is? What do you think is going on? Because that happens so many times to where we see these events that happen,
Yeah.
but we look on these X accounts,
Yeah.
and they're predicting this shit. That happened with the Super Bowl. The last guy who the Cole Allen guy who tried
For
to
sure.
try to get Trump,
The fucking
sure.
Simpsons.
and now we have the hantavirus.
Well, not only that tweet too, it correlates back to the movies. If you think about it, the character was from Kung Fu Panda and it was a prophet.
Right.
The character that the person that tweeted that
Oh.
was their profile picture was a prophet in Kung Fu Panda. It was the GOAT.
So what's going on?
I personally feel that it's directly associated with all of these missing and dead scientists that have showed up over the last decade, basically.
Right.
Because they have a near Earth object program that's been funded and it's active. All of the people who can read the data are dead.
Right.
Damn,
Weird.
that's a good point.
And this happened as soon as we had the 3-Eye Atlas thing going on.
Right.
Then they're doing Disclosure Day right after the last civilian scientists was available who could read the data and who knew how to reverse engineer the tech.
So you're saying all these people who understands what these technologies were, what was going on behind the scenes, they had to wipe them all out to tie up loose ends.
100%. Because, and then they dropped these files, and the majority of them I had already seen.
The UFO files?
Yes.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
The majority of them, you know, bro, this is something I have.
This your specialty.
This is my specialty,
For
bro.
sure.
So when I'm seeing some of this stuff, I'm like, wait a second. The documentary that came out, somebody else was occupying the moon. The 3 dots in outer space, that is the Sphere network.
Yeah, you already said that.
You feel me?
He been said
So
that.
I'm like, wait a second. So then the video of the flare with the parachute,
Yeah.
what they trying to say was a seraphim angel. And I'm like, wait a second, man. You see the smoke, and then you see the parachute on the set. I said, here we go. That was the drop of the year for me.
Right.
It's just blatant, like, middle finger to you. Like, they're not going to tell us. Now, what they did say, well, this rest in peace to Amy Eskridge, because the P-47s and the P-52s, the photos that they showed is not how they look. They can walk among us. They're almost identical to us in appearance. They have different biology, but they look just like human beings, which the fact that they even name dropped that's why everybody has to get a book called Sounds from Another Room, written by Peter Horsley. Peter Horsley was a British Air Force pilot of the highest ranks. Something happened. He was able to have a meeting with one of these beings, I should say.
Oh, shit.
You feel me? So
what beings are we talking about? You're saying they walk among us. What are we dealing with as far as like grays, reptilians? What do you think?
So these are a human-like species. They look like human beings, but aren't all the way human. Like, it's not the little green man thing with them.
Right.
They basically humans from the future. Black, Asian, white, all of that, just from the future.
So they just evolved, and that's why they look similar. But
Yes, for sure.
I've heard that. I've heard that theory.
Sure.
I think so too. And what is happening now with? I think there's a couple things happening, to be honest. So these factions that you're talking about, they're walking among us and whatnot. I believe there's other beings too that's not too happy with the human race.
For sure.
So people are saying, well, is there aliens? Well, if something is here before you, doesn't that make you the alien, right?
100%.
Okay. So if we're talking about, whatever beings we're talking about, the reptilians, whatever you want to call them, I mean, they're making deals with the Anunnaki. They're making deals with, the Greater Treaty when we're talking about Eisenhower after Roswell. So how we're exchanging human beings for technology. Seems like they've been here for a while, because that's been in the files too. In 1947, after that, we talked about it last time.
Right.
After 1947 Roswell,
Shit
what
ramped
happened?
up. Shit ramped
The
up.
National Security Act.
Yep.
National Security Act definitely took place after that.
Yeah. Which was signed by Truman, which created NASA, created the DOD, created the CIA.
All of the
100%.
secretive shit.
All
All of
the
the secretive
secretive
shit.
shit.
We got
DIA.
secretive after that.
Why would they do all that?
Right.
So what we're looking at is definitely some type of an agreement or of some sort. And leading up to the scientists and whatnot and what we're about to go into, they're definitely drifting us a small portion of what really happened. Because you even said it in 1969. How they looked at that press conference.
When you watch the press conference, those astronauts don't look like a group of guys who just made the biggest space command move in human history.
Facts.
They look dejected. They looked like they were ready to tell the world what they saw, but they couldn't. Because Buzz Aldrin said that extraterrestrials had something to do with the pyramids getting built, and that there is a monolith on the moon of Mars called Phobos. On Phobos, there is a monolith for, I'm not going to say.
It gets deep.
Oh yeah.
But hold on, to add more credence to that, did you see the new declassified documents where they just said they found a temple under the Sphinx?
Oh shit.
100%.
Okay.
No, I missed that one. I missed that one.
Because you got to look at something. The Sphinx, the head, pause, is very small compared to the feet and the rest of the body.
Right.
Right.
And it shows that area, those monuments are a lot older than people try to say.
Right.
Here we go. Some of the rocks have fossilized invertebrates on them.
Damn.
Where would you get those rocks from? In the desert. Where would you get that from? And then we seen a group of scientists using a LiDAR that they found structures going down taller than the Empire State Building.
Under the pyramids of Giza.
I always told people that the largest pyramids are still under the sand. It's no coincidence that those pyramids are aligned with Orion's belt.
Perfectly, too.
Perfectly. And then, there's been certain testimony where certain ETs make contact with humans, and they say, we from Zeta Reticuli, or we from this place, or we from this place. So the term that we have for aliens here is kind of strange when, you've got petroglyphs showing graves 12,000 years ago.
Right.
The whole ultra-terrestrial topic is real. In ancient Egypt, they spoke about the survivors of the cataclysm of Atlantis, that they were a strange people. They lived on top of salt piles. They spoke different languages, and they had different technology. The strangest thing about all of this is they say the white human didn't show up till 7,000 years ago, where the alleles in the pigment showed up for that group in the area around Scandinavia. So that means whoever was at Atlantis was what?
Black.
So it's sometimes when you spend your time around black people, it's like you around a species with amnesia. You ever get that feeling? Especially when you go out the country. You go out the country, it's like, wait a second, man. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because you get overseas, you got certain people's families who have no history of slavery at all. And then you got these missing batches of history where, why does the Vatican have a 2-mile library with hidden knowledge? Because on this earth, I feel like you have hidden knowledge and you got forbidden knowledge. Shout out Damien. Because they hide certain things, and then there's certain things they just don't want you to know at all.
For sure.
Right.
I think it's definitely layered. Maybe it's for protection, and certain knowledge I feel like we're just rediscovering, right? So going back to the declassified documents under the Sphinx, they said that they had a trove of pictures that a photographer took, that it says in the documents that there is a temple under the Sphinx, and there's even a diagram that shows this.
Right.
Now, this was actually predicted by Edgar Cayce.
Mm.
And Edgar Cayce, a well-known, world-renowned psychic.
In the 90s, right?
No, this is back in the 50s.
Oh, he goes back.
He goes way back.
Okay.
30s, 40s, 50s, right? So Edgar Cayce predicted Atlantis.
Oh, okay.
Predicted
Right.
the crash of 29.
In the 50s.
Yeah, he predicted the Great Depression of 1929.
Damn.
He predicted under the Sphinx there was a temple. He predicted Atlantis. All these different things. Look up Edgar Cayce. So he's
I'm on it right
a clairvoyant, psychic. So this guy, all this stuff that he was saying now shows up in these documents.
I always wonder why Egypt, they always block people from exploring. Like, if you notice, they never, every time there's somebody that comes along that's like, hey, this person predicted this, or I suspect that there's an underground structure, they always shut it down. They say it's going to mess with the narrative of the heritage.
course.
They always say that. It's like, what do you mean the narrative? It's just the truth. It's one truth.
Somebody outside of human beings put the narrative together.
Exactly.
Especially if you came from 52,000 years in the future.
So these could be constructs when it comes to certain stories, religion, parts of things that we may know as history, but it's his story because they're even saying that there's 1,000 years, give or take, that we are actually missing in time.
I think it might be closer to about, it can almost be 5,000 years because here's the problem. Tim Gallaudet, Rear Admiral, 2-star, he comes out and says they have evidence to support where Atlantis is on the ocean floor. Why are there so many ruins on the ocean floor? The old world was on the ocean floor. You know, I was in Kenya. They was telling me, have you heard of Tartary? I'm like, what's that? Then they showed me a book with a map with Tartaria on the map.
Tartaria, we were talking about Tartaria, the whole world.
So it's like, okay, all right. They're teaching them this there, but over here, they're not. What was taking place there, they don't want people to know about.
Well, this is where Nikola Tesla, where he went over to Africa, he was rediscovering and bringing back what he found, free energy. That's what he was doing with the Wardenclyffe Tower, right? He was building the Wardenclyffe Tower, pulling the essentially atmospheric energy, free energy out of the atmosphere, and was giving it to the world. And then,
facts.
And then, who was backing him? Edison, right? He was like, "Oh no, we can't have this. Tear it down, defund him." Tesla dies alone in his hotel room. Okay,
and that's what I'm saying. Edison and them, they obviously have some type of bloodline connection to these ultra-terrestrials that they say survived whatever cataclysm in the future and traveled here. Because look, I'm finna send y'all a video.
Is Atlantis real?
Yes.
Okay, tell me more about that.
2-star.
I'm part of a team, and I can't say much about this, that have researched Plato's dialogues where he discusses it, and if you do the archaeology basically around with the information he shares about the nature and geography and geology of Atlantis, we believe that there's data that is convincing that it existed and somehow encountered its demise through a catastrophic geological event around the Younger Dryas period, 12,900 or so years ago. And we're compiling the data to prove it, and we think we found the location on the seafloor where it is. And if we get a roll operated vehicle with a camera, we might be able to even identify human-made structures that would be the proof.
You know what? I just want to volunteer.
Damn.
Wow.
So they saying they might have some evidence, some locations.
Nah, bro. All of them people from the Atlantis didn't die. So when I see Rep Luna say she believes ancient bloodlines, some of them might still walk among us, it's gotta be them.
So you think that some of these people are walking among us now?
100%.
That's interesting because if Casey predicted all this and Atlantis, and we're starting to see this now, and there's evidence of it, and he was on point with everything he said. Wow. This is way back in the day. To now fast forward, see all these things come about with these findings, that's interesting. So what does that mean, though? If we're talking about Atlantis and we're seeing a whole civilization down there, it's kind of like that movie
Black Panther.
Yes. Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. Who's in the secret city of Black Panther?
What was the name?
Wakanda.
Well, no, that's
city.
Black Panthers.
It was what's his name? I forgot his name, but
the guy was Namor. But
yeah.
Damn,
but they're essentially the Atlanteans, though.
Was it Atlantis in the Black Panther too?
I don't know if they called it that, but they were a The
Yeah,
whole
they,
civilization.
they were
Yeah,
they were
see,
underwater.
they were underwater.
Yeah, they were underwater.
I mean, it's kind of like, well, with, what's his name? Aquaman, too.
Well, yeah, Aquaman. Well, just movie shit. That's DC, obviously.
Yep.
And Namor was an answer to Aquaman, but
Right.
Namor will beat Aquaman's ass.
Wasn't there another guy named Submariner?
No, Submariner is Namor.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, so they just didn't call him that in the movie.
Yeah, they called him the Submariner.
Interesting. Okay, got you. So I'm just wondering if they're gonna do real disclosure because they're drip feeding information. There's like all the stuff in the UFO files.
Yeah.
We already said this. He
Right.
already talked about the Sphere Network. We talked about 1969.
I will say this though. The thing that kind of raised my eyebrows was the picture they sent. It looked like it was like, they showed the picture from the moon, but it looks like it was like 5 different ships that may have been like stationed.
Formation, stationary.
Yeah, they look like they were
formation.
stationed, like, the moon's a base. So like, what do you think about that? You think you've been saying this.
Been saying it.
You've been
Base.
saying this.
Moon's a base.
Somebody else is occupying the moon. This is why when we just did this flyby around the backside of the moon, the only video we get is ominous little video from somebody's phone inside. Because, bro, this is why the Chinese, when they went to the backside of the moon, they said we found an alien hut.
Oh shit, they said that.
Watch this.
What?
That's wild.
Watch this.
Yo.
Yo,
They just said it like it is, huh?
China's on some other shit.
Yeah.
I have some other information about China, but I'll let him pull that up. But China, that's what this whole battle is about with these missing scientists, anti-gravitic technology.
Right.
America,
Malaysia playing all over again.
yes. America and China, I believe, are the only two superpowers that have this technology.
Chinese scientists spotted a hut of aliens on the moon. The Chinese YouTube rover finds alien cottage on the moon.
Damn, so they just put it out there.
Watch this.
How isn't that like world news?
That's crazy.
That's why they passed net neutrality.
It's crazy.
That's why they passed that whole censorship.
A hut on the moon.
Look, bro, I'll be on this shit, man.
Now
I gotta
I
see
will
this.
say that BH has been saying
I gotta see this.
that the moon was a base for.
I've been
As long
telling
as I've
people,
known you.
bro. Bro, when I
And
met
that it was hollow.
When I met that dude at Lux Bar in Chicago, 2012, and he showed me what he showed me, I was like, man, what the? And my life has been tumultuous since then, man.
Well, this is why the scientists, again, over in China, there's 9 dead scientists.
Yeah.
Same thing. Was
Nobody's
going on.
talking about it.
So again, the correlation. I think that it is a war going on within a war to where it's a secret war. And wait a minute, hold up.
Yeah, Marvel.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
So wait. There's two, right? There's 2 movies. Hold on.
Yeah.
So we have Doomsday coming out,
Yep.
Okay.
which they've been talking about, and Trump's plane, the Doomsday plane, was seen flying
See it?
recently.
See?
That's 1. 2, what's the next one?
Disclosure Day.
No.
No, Avengers Secret War.
Secret War.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
Doomsday,
Secret Wars.
Secret Wars. So there's a secret war going on.
literally.
That's the 2. It's
And then throw Disclosure Day in there for bonus.
Yeah,
Just because.
yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
just shits and giggles.
Yeah.
For funsies.
For fun. funsies.
Now, Disclosure Day is gonna have some things in there, like the whole where they accuse a lady of speaking like a praying mantis.
right. Yeah. What do you think that is?
Bro, I've interviewed people myself who said that they've been taking aboard ships and they seen a giant praying mantis.
Oh, shit.
Like a real paying man.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
See, that's what I'm saying. What the
Like
fuck are we
I've
dealing
talked to
with?
several people, and some of them are people who don't even really. They say, "I don't want entertainment, man. No, I don't want to be in entertainment. Like I don't want to be a podcaster." But somebody floated me out my crib onto a ship. After they did whatever they did, I talked to like a giant praying mantis who knew everything about me, my grandmama, what I ate today, my blood type, and all of this. And there's something called a tronoloid that gets brought up a lot, especially in the Nellis Air Force Base incident where a man was killed allegedly by a Tronoloid and the U.S. Army paid his family out.
Damn.
That happened.
So again, the drip feeding. Could they already have this information? Because if we're talking about a praying mantis, and then I saw the clip, you saw the trailer, right? To where she does these clicks and pops, and that's their language. And they're essentially channeling through her and his disclosure all at once.
It's like light language. It's kind of like what
I was just gonna say
like
that.
like with
That's what I'm
Shannon.
saying.
Like
I
people
was
were
just gonna
saying,
say
we
that.
posted that video with Shannon. People were like,
Yeah.
she's you know,
How
full of
is it
shit.
that?
It's
How
like,
see? This is what I mean.
They love to try to say Shannon is full of it, but you can't debunk her.
you can't.
You can't.
And
because-
I know some of the stuff she's saying to be fact because I was told it by people before I ever even was on the internet.
Right.
And then like some of the stuff she be saying, I'm like, okay, she got balls. I ain't finna say that. I don't got time. I got enough enemies and problems. I ain't finna say that.
But again, I always make the correlations when people don't believe in certain things, but believe in other things that parallel with it.
I sent both of that to the
Okay.
chat,
Right.
'cause
Like, oh yeah, I believe in tongues and speaking tongues in
now that
church.
right there, I ain't going for that.
See, but people believe in it.
Hell no.
Right.
So you believe in speaking tongues, but not light language.
I can believe in this, but I'm not
Well,
believing in that.
listen,
It's like
we
same thing.
had-
It's literally the same thing.
Literally, a space official that said there's a galactic federation.
Hold on. I said, you can't, that don't mean nothing, man. and if you criticize it, tell the truth and shame the devil. I am. Fool right there. Ain't nothing holy about him.
I always say,
Oh, man.
Nah,
the
I know.
trauma
I already
niggas
know.
got to go through growing up.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think if there's any way to where the devil is infiltrating anything, he will infiltrate the church.
For sure. 100%.
Bro,
100%.
Demons are getting into people through YouTube now.
Break that down.
Yeah, so, I'm in a lot of groups. One of them is a Catholic. Pardon me for only laughing because one group that I'm in is the Church of Satan, right? And I've been trolling them for the last few months. They're trying to find what my identity is. So one of the groups is sponsored by the Archdiocese. And so apparently they've increased funding to make a lot more exorcists because people are becoming demon possessed by watching satanic rituals on YouTube.
Oh shit.
And that's a thing. That's a thing that's going on. You got a lot of brujas doing Santeria blatantly online. And, there are billions of guardian angels and there's billions of demons.
So that's what they're doing. They're doing these rituals and trying to channel these beings and try to overtake people
100%.
through YouTube.
100%.
I mean, I see it, man. It seemed like that at Rolling Loud. You see all those people at Rolling Loud, the way those
my
they
God.
look
I
like a
never
bunch
go to
of
that.
fucking idiots.
I never
but
go to
it's
that.
like
That shit's
it's
crazy.
worse than it's ever been. I'm looking at it. I'm like, wait, something's actually wrong.
There's a dude with a perm, with a crop top, and yeah. I'm like, wait.
But he come from the Chance the Rapper group of family.
Oh, you didn't see the dude with the Frankenstein fucking jacket on
Nah.
and the fucking he has like a perm too. He had a perm
What
and
is
like
going
Frankenstein.
on?
That was the
Frankenstein
dude.
shoulders.
That was the dude that was screaming, right?
yeah.
Like,
What the fuck is going on? This is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't fucking know.
It's something going on. Like it's possession, and that's the thing. When you think about people like Playboy Cardi, I think
he had
he's
on a
literally.
thong. He had on a thong.
He's literally the man had on a thong.
Wait,
he's
what?
literally
Yes.
doing mass rituals.
Yeah, he is.
Like he'll tell you. He'll say he's
well,
like yeah.
well, there's been reports actually at his concerts where people have been blacking out. There's people losing their memory. There's people who have look like they're demon possessed.
It's all in the imagery too. If you look at the images that they put
Yeah.
up when they're performing,
It looks, and even at Taylor Swift concerts as well, that happened as well, where people reported to not remember what happened at the concert. They're losing their memories, and she has a hood on. They're standing in a circle. This is at the concert. You can pull this up. So they're doing rituals at the concerts.
Yeah, I mean, how far-fetched is it that they're doing it on YouTube? I mean, it's pretty much the same thing.
Right. How far-fetched is it that there was a satanic cult trying to kill Trump?
Damn.
Oh shit.
Okay. The Order of the Nine Angles.
What?
Yes.
The Order
Oh, no,
of the
yeah,
Nine
yeah.
Angles.
Yes.
See, that's the same group that was. They were getting blamed for missing. Okay, they were the group that was responsible when people were blaming UFOs for kidnapping and shit people in certain areas and cattle mutilations when it was really them,
Damn.
for sure.
Yeah, that's a real group.
This
So-
shit is
so,
crazy.
Again, so does it sound far-fetched for these people to be doing rituals through YouTube?
That's why I was critical of Unc 607. Where like, remember we was calling out ASAP Rocky for standing in the pentagram.
Yes.
He commented and said, "Y'all know that's not bad."
I saw that, and I was like, come on, man.
That's wild.
Come on.
Absolutely.
Like right in your face, and it's not
bro,
bad. That's kind of
This is
crazy.
what we up against. As soon as you see people putting like tattoos on their eye, and they start doing like this a lot, you gotta really be careful now. You feel me? Because when they super aggressive to females, with that whole little combo, it's all yes men around them at all times.
It gets spooky.
And then to get even spookier playing around, it be still okay.
It gets weird.
Real life.
No.
Real life.
But this shit get out of control.
For
man.
sure.
But I think to even a further degree, what we're seeing is an overlap with spirituality and the UFO.
And
disclosure.
misinformation, man. We can't
misinformation.
miss the, because look, that speaking in tongues, I don't doubt that people can become, I just ain't never seen nobody angel possessed. That's my holy problem.
I never got that.
See
I
what I'm
never got
saying?
the word when somebody
Holy Spirit, when they say the Holy
I'll
Spirit.
catch the Holy Spirit. I'm like, that
Right.
sounds like a possession.
It definitely. I mean, that's what it is. That is what it is.
That's what
I'm just
saying.
I don't
Now
know.
you speaking an unknown language. The
but you
only
can't
time-
question that. That's the thing. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to question that. Just because that's why it was made, for you not to question.
Well, I'll tell this story, and this story will never change. But I've been to 3 exorcisms, and I will never do it again. The only time in my life where I saw somebody speaking in tongues, and I felt like it was real, is when they was demon possessed.
And didn't you say a little girl
A
like?
child grabbed me by my hoodie strings and pulled me so close I could not stand up and lift her out the chair. She knew things about my grandmother, who was already passed away, which I thought was very crazy, to the point where Dugar said, "We ain't never doing this again."
And BH, for those that don't know, BH is what? How 300-400 pounds?
Well, I'm 407 right now.
That's crazy.
6'5".
6'5", 400 pounds, and you talking about a little girl who pulled you down, you couldn't get up.
Shout out Father Breaking, and he know about this.
We gotta get Jason.
And
Mom.
Sister Mary Catherine know about this. This ain't no joke. So when I experienced this, like my whole worldview was changed. It's like, man, I be going to church with my family, seeing niggas passing out, having the speaking in tongues, but then like you'll keep watching them, they look like this
That's
out the
wild.
corner. Like, all right, man, okay.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I
just-
seen it, and I used
Well,
to
y'all
I used to
know
get in trouble because I used to get in trouble for laughing in
Because,
church
bro, come on, bro.
because I would look at them grandmas and they would be like,
Yeah, you can't do all that.
yeah,
man.
but then they taking a little peek out the side.
Nah, I ain't
As soon
with
as the
it.
greens and the food come out, that's over with.
yeah, they smell them yams and they up.
No more speaking in tongues now. Everybody back to normal. I used to like, man, okay. What? To each his own.
It's something I will say I've never understood. Like I've never seen it in person, and it's beyond me.
And Shane,
Like, I
Shane
don't
everybody
get it.
knows Shane is a Christian. He considers
Absolutely.
himself a Christian, and
I'm a
that's his
follower-
view.
I'm a
He
follower
doesn't
of
even
Christ.
understand it.
I don't know. I do not understand it.
Yeah,
I always say Christ is not. He wasn't a Jew. He wasn't a Christian. He wasn't any of that. You know what he was? He was a spiritual leader to tell humanity to look within.
Could you imagine being his mama boyfriend?
Who?
What was Mary? What was Mary's husband named? Joseph?
Yeah.
Could you imagine being Joseph, your girl pregnant, and she a virgin?
That's wild.
And you gotta
That
go
is
for
wild.
this?
Yeah,
That's wild.
You
Nah, that's
probably looking
wild.
at her crazy as hell.
Like, where you been?
Yeah, nah. Ain't no
Hold
way.
on.
Somebody knocked it down.
Oh my!
For sure.
But he probably did the finger check. Like, well, all right, well.
Yeah, who else up in here? It's just it get wild.
Well, could you imagine that?
I don't know. It's just the
You done
immaculate
married your wife, she a
conception.
virgin, man.
Everybody to each his own. You know,
And
this
then
is-
she pregnant.
everybody to each his own. It is what it is.
It's just crazy to me, and that's why a lot of people are on the fence. I always just ask questions. You have to ask the right questions. It never makes sense to me to where if you have one part where God is saying, hey, do whatever you want, but don't eat from this specific tree. It's knowledge in there. But then Jesus says, seek the kingdom of heaven within. All the knowledge is here. Everything is here. That's the exact opposite.
Yeah, because like when you read like in the text, it say he was born to the Virgin Mary, suffered under the Pontius Pilate, crucified, dead and buried. On the third day he rose from the dead, ascended to the heaven. And you just think about this. It's like, bro, if I got superpowers, you're not killing me with these guys right here. I'm turning everybody into frogs.
Okay, two things. Two things. One, even though you might say that sounds crazy, literally everything we talk about on this show sound crazy as shit. We had
For sure.
Shannon over here, and God bless her. Like she's fantastic. She was in here beatboxing to some crazy shit. Like
Damn.
it was nuts. And she was talking to something or someone else. So I would be one that would actually say, well, that sounds, in what you're saying, that sounds just as crazy,
Okay.
just as the other one, right?
I get it, but we can't have one without the other, right? We're talking about, hey, immaculate conception, this, that. But context-wise, it doesn't make sense because what Jesus was saying was a different thing what God was saying. That's
That's why I
always...
say I'm a follower of Christ, man. Jesus never even seen the New Testament.
And he also says never, well, for one, there was in the book, it doesn't say, hey, go to church, read the Bible per se. All of it is kind of convoluted, but also, why are we celebrating Easter? Never said to do that either.
Right.
1610, King James and 47 other clergymen edited the Bible and made it like a guideline because listen, bro, in my football journey, I ended up in a city called Bourbonnais, Illinois. I was at a Christian university and they got the whole city. And this is what it was. And that city is where it was like in the Bible. Like, bro, like if you say a curse word, like the cops are stopping you and giving you a speech, bro. Like,
Damn.
reading you like Bible. We had the Buffalo Wild Wings and like I had my hat turned this way. And somebody turned my hat. You don't do that around here, sir. This is the land of the Lord. I'm like, okay, bro. I'm just hot, man.
Land of the Lord is crazy.
Yeah, for
No, so, like, I understand. I definitely understand. It's just that, put yourself in Joseph's shoes.
There's
Your wife show up to the crib that you married and she's pregnant now. And you just got to trust this.
Right.
There's something, and I would encourage everybody to do this. You have the King James Version, right?
Oh, no.
You have the Masoretic, I can never pronounce this, Masoretic text. And you also have the Septuagint. All of these I won't say they're different versions, but the Masoretic, the Septuagint is actually one of the oldest. And it is the one that is unaltered.
For sure.
Like,
I call it the Ethiopian Bible.
That's what I was gonna ask. Was that the same as the Ethiopian Bible?
no. But yes and no. But for the most part, you can do when you're studying. Literally, you're not studying one book. You study all the language, and then you still study the secondary stuff. Not secondary, but it's accompanying. Knowledge like Book of Enoch or you study all that. All of that is what you actually study to actually discern what is truth.
That's fine. Here's the thing, though. Here's the problem with all that. The fact that the timelines are off as well, because Jesus, he wasn't born December 25th. That in itself is a fallacy, which throws off everything else.
Yeah, like why lie about that?
Well, that's what I mean. So why lie about the timelines, right? They can play with time. Why is it that they can take daylight savings? Trump right now wants to take daylight savings and he want to make it permanent.
Right.
Okay. So we're playing with time already. 2, the fact that we have these timelines saying, hey, this happens, this happened, this happened at this time, but we have gaps in time that don't make sense. We went from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar.
In Ethiopia, they still in 2018.
Exactly. So they don't even believe.
You're talking about having to accept one specific documentation. Like you literally have to have a point of reference. You have to, like if you work back from the Septuagint and you actually cross-reference that, there's work to be done. You cross-reference that with King James, cross-reference that with Masoretic text. Like that, you already know you will get the, what's the word I'm looking for?
So who's wrong and who's right? Because what about Islam? What about Judaism? What about all these other, so we're telling, again, one perspective.
I literally could, I'm probably going to offend somebody, so I probably won't say it. I'll tell you off camera.
Because I kind of know what he's about to say.
Yeah.
No, I know he's about to say it. I asked the hard questions. That's what I'm saying, because
it's just that, man, like
we're playing a game of telephone because something happened, right? We can all agree on
what
that.
happened was that goddamn flood.
Right.
The Younger Dryas happened. This is why when you go to Boneyard, Alaska on Instagram, on his land, it's like all of the animals ran to one location and it's like a graveyard of woolly mammoths, dire
stuff that's
wolves,
not even supposed to be there.
stuff not supposed to be there.
Crazy.
It's almost as if a cataclysm took place. All the animals stampeded to a safe place where they thought they was when they died. The Younger Dryas happened, bro. Like, why on May 17th is Trump rededicating the United States to Christ? Why are they doing that? They setting us up for some type of holy war right now between UFO angels and demons and us.
I can agree to that. I can see that happening.
One thing that most people may not know, Trump is Jewish. Like he was actually converted. So with the whole ballroom thing, that is in I won't say the shape, but that is like an old temple that was back in the Bible. That's like Solomon's temple. All of that has to do with, and I'm trying not to offend nobody, but all of that has to do with all the shit you don't want to be involved in.
So, for one, I do find it pretty interesting that the ballroom holds 999 people. That's interesting.
Right.
999, huh?
Because you flip it upside down, 666.
Right.
It's the inversion. So that is interesting.
And just like how I didn't want to offend Shannon when she was here, I get what she was, I get her point of view. And, everybody comes to this show, everybody's free to have their own point of view.
For sure.
When it comes to 666, well, to us Christians, absolutely that is wrong. That's bad.
But hers was not, her necklace said 999 though.
Right, but that's just an inverted 666.
yeah, but it's inverted 999.
Yeah, but it's also inverted 999.
Because it's 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. which is the carbon body, the
Right.
Yeah.
the 3D
Well,
experience.
And
of
Jamal Rashad got mad at me because I wouldn't debate with him about Godzilla because he said that Godzilla is a spiritual being and there's thousands of them being held by the government under the ocean. And that's young Pharaoh homie. I just wanted to put that. You and Godzilla, man, get the fuck out of here. I'm back on that with y'all.
No, but when it comes to the 666 and how she was, saying that, it's not an evil number and all that. No, in Christian, belief, it's the number of a man. And it has to do with sin. It has to do with
self-worship and all that stuff, right?
Exactly.
But here's the thing. So going back to self-worship, doesn't that tie in with what Jesus said?
Look within.
But see, that's why
No.
the Lady Elizabeth
That is actually
is interesting.
It's misquoting.
'Cause
Like
she
it's taken out of
believes-
context. It doesn't mean the same thing.
Well, you said okay, Elizabeth April.
No.
Right.
What you just said about look
No,
within,
no.
and that's not what that means.
Well, Elizabeth April believes that religion was given to us by ET, so we don't destroy ourselves.
I can see that.
Like she said, like, oh, we did really good with that Jesus character.
All right.
I mean, everybody. Like I said,
And
everybody.
that's the whole trick.
Well, no, everybody.
In the,
Like
in
I
the
said,
Bible, it's talking
when-
about the Tower of Babel. When we mimic the giant tower the gods had built, they said, damn, these humans is capable of anything they put their mind to. So then the gods gave us different languages so we couldn't communicate with each other.
Again,
we
every
the world.
like I said, everybody that comes to
That's
the
in the
show
Bible.
Right.
is free to believe how they want to believe. Like I don't push my belief on anybody.
What's your belief, Shane?
I'm Christian.
Oh, okay, bet. Say less. Okay, bet. I know exactly about that life.
Yeah, I'm very much Christian, and I more so than Christian being my religion. I follow Jesus.
That's what I said, bro. I'm just
Absolutely.
a follower of Christ, bro.
So literally,
So why do you choose? I'm gonna ask you this: why do you choose to not just be a follower of Christ and you pick being a Christian? Why not just be a follower of Christ when you see so many discrepancies and fallacies and information on it,
Misquoted.
like just misquoted? I mean, just the fact that he wasn't born on December 25th itself is just like, yo, what am I doing?
well, the first thing I'm going to do is not let somebody else define.
No, but that's in the book though.
Well, no, I'm telling you, like I'm not going to let somebody define my relationship with Jesus Christ.
That's not doing that though.
It absolutely is, only because just because somebody feels some kind of way about it.
No, it's not feeling it. I'm talking.
That's
We're
just
talking
the
about
fact,
actual
though.
facts
Yeah.
because the first of the year is April 1st.
September 21st, 1987, Ronald Reagan gave a speech at the UN. Have y'all ever seen it? I'll send it to y'all. This is what people have to understand, because right now what's happening is we finna watch them rededicate the country to Christ. They already painting this narrative that UFOs are angels and demons.
Right. JD Vance has been saying that. Interdimensional.
Demons.
Why would he be a sitting vice president and say that?
Well, here's another thing too. So what's coming up? The 250th anniversary of
Our military.
our military.
Oh yeah, and the war pigs in our government is trying to get richer and richer because all these governments are just death cults.
And
Right.
if we're talking about the birthday, right, or the military, 250 years, on what day? July 4th, right?
Independence Day.
What movie on July 4th was fighting aliens?
Independence Day.
I'm finna,
Okay.
I'm finna play this clip right
Yeah,
here, man.
yeah,
'Cause
pull that
this
up.
right here, this
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
this is 1987.
That's crazy.
Damn, and that's Reagan?
That's
That's
Ronald
Reagan.
Reagan,
Yeah.
1987.
So that's what's coming.
That's
That's what's coming.
There's going to be overlap
Yeah.
to when we're talking about religion.
And it's
and
gonna start with the
aliens,
hantavirus.
which they said in the X-Files, which was a cover-up. It was a red herring for the hantavirus for an alien type of attack.
That was in the movie.
That was in the movie.
So that's why I'm trying to figure out what country I want to get stuck in when all this take place.
Basically, because it's gonna be everywhere.
Because I'm not finna.
Well, speaking of countries too, so going back to China, did y'all hear what just happened with the mayor of Arcadia?
Nah, break it down.
Okay.
Break this down, man.
So the mayor of Arcadia, and we're going to see more of this. The mayor of Arcadia in California, Eileen Wang, she was the mayor, right? She just resigned. She just got hit with federal charges for being a Chinese spy.
See? Okay, okay. I got something to say about this.
This is the mayor.
No.
I got-
Wait,
I
this is
got
a sitting
something
mayor.
about this.
Sitting mayor in Arcadia right now.
We're infiltrated,
so
y'all.
get
Told
this.
you, we're infiltrated.
Hold on now, get this. So she just went down, got hit with federal charges. She's facing 10 years.
Damn.
Okay. She was running a website, okay, called US News Center, which was for Chinese Americans to get their news, right?
Specifically.
Under the guise of that, they were actually taking orders from the CCP.
Chinese Communist Party.
Correct. And they were feeding propaganda, positive propaganda for China, right? Now get this. Her ex-fiance got clipped right before that. Okay? So they were, you know.
He was the one doing an illegal Chinese police station?
I think that was another guy.
Damn.
So this guy
Can't
helped
keep
her
up.
get her elected, right? And he gets clipped for being also a Chinese spy.
Okay.
He's doing 4 years right now in the federal prison because he helped her get into office. Then they break up. She wants to distance herself. He gets clipped. Then fast forward, now she had to resign because she is a CCP agent.
Bro, the Chinese, have you been seeing the ticks that's been ravaging everybody's land?
Yeah.
Yep.
You think that's China?
Bro, China farms ticks. People are finding boxes of ticks on their properties. I've been trying to blow the whistle on this for probably like 4 years now.
So the theory is they saying Bill Gates is behind that.
No, bro. Well, he's
could
a
be.
scumbag too.
Well, he could be too, only because who's in Africa? Bill Gates
Right.
and China.
Right.
So they definitely got some cahoots going on.
The only reason I know that the Chinese is doing the ticks is because when you deal with human trafficking, you find out that once the Chinese come across the border illegally, they drop all their identification and they go to camps. These camps are in heavy forested areas, completely off the grid, and you have to work on these camps, farming ticks or helping them grow weed or manufacture whatever they're doing out there for free until you make enough money and they put you into a house. On these places, we seen ticks ourselves, and we called certain people, then they came in and dealt with it, but this is a real thing.
And these ticks are giving people Lyme disease.
Yes, but they farm ticks heavily in China because they eat everything over there.
Right.
They eating dogs over there.
Yeah, they eating everything. They got imitation eggs. They got imitation
If
everything.
we experience ocean collapse, which we will, it's because of China.
Damn.
Why is that?
Bro, they're overfishing everywhere. This is why in Africa they didn't allow them to buy. They're buying up all the harbors and just fishing everything till it's gone.
Damn. So they're just eating up all the resources,
Yes,
sucking
bro.
up all the resources.
Yes,
Well, why do you think they're trying to get everybody to eat fucking bugs and shit? Like,
because
or
they done
like-
stripped their oceans completely naked.
Well, that is a good point because these ticks are giving people not only Lyme disease, but alpha-gal syndrome, where you can't eat red meat anymore.
Right.
Oh no, you got to eat fish.
Or synthetic meat,
Right.
which there's
Or people.
or bugs.
No, I mean people. Like, okay, I saw something earlier today. It was somebody filmed on the freeway a back of a truck. The truck was full of, I don't know what the fuck it was, but apparently they did, because there was like meat that was coming out of this truck, and literally, it was headed to McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
If you eat McDonald's, you wild as hell.
Yeah, you eat
this
McDonald's,
There's too many
You're a
restaurants,
sick
bro.
person. You're sick.
You out of pocket. It's too many of them restaurants.
Well, no. Also in this video, they literally, because it was like, they clipped it up. It literally showed old McDonald's commercials, and there was an old creepy Ronald McDonald, and he was like on stage and he was doing this thing and dancing and shit, and he out of this magic bag, quotations because y'all can't see me, a kid popped out.
Oh shit.
A kid popped out of the bag.
Yes.
So I got a question. Speaking of that, I got a question. How come McDonald's, how come they don't own any farms, but they own children's hospitals?
Oh.
They own Chipotle too.
Correct.
And they own the land that they all sit on.
Right.
But they don't own farms?
Ain't no McDonald's in Africa.
For sure.
How?
But again, so isn't that weird that they own a bunch of children's hospitals where potentially, unfortunately, kids could die?
Oh my goodness. I can't do this.
And then what? Allegedly, food supply, because there's not enough cows to go around. Just FYI.
Would you like to know the movie?
I mean,
There's a few movies.
Which one?
yeah.
This is a throwback. Soylent Green.
Well, yeah, Soylent Green.
Oh,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
Yeah, Soylent Green. for
Soylent
sure.
Green.
Yeah.
But
But
there's a few.
I'm just
There's a few you
saying.
can hit.
And China, yeah, they wild as hell for eating any and everything.
Did y'all see the Hungarian health minister doing his dance? Y'all saw that?
No.
This is where it's going.
Hungarian health minister.
Yeah, I sent it to you in the
What's he doing?
group chat.
The hanky panky?
Right.
We got to pull it up
Yeah,
on the.
we're gonna pull it up on the screen. This is where we're going. Idiocracy.
He hitting the hanky panky.
Hitting that motherfucker.
Now see, this is when the cocaine that got the best of you. Can't nobody tell you to calm down. He the prime minister. They can't tell you to sit down.
He said cocaine's a hell of a drug.
He hit the ball
So-
of diggity.
So that is the health minister of Hungary, and he's dancing like a complete buffoon.
Straight moron.
I can't see it from here. I'm gonna see it later in the playback.
Yeah, we'll put it on the
We'll
screen.
put it on the screen, but yeah, it's
So idiocracy.
It's idiocracy.
Yeah,
It's idiocracy.
You already say that.
yeah.
Yeah, idiocracy.
Yikes.
That's what's happening.
And then everybody's like,
Like seals and shit.
yeah, like
It goes to the point to where it reminds me of the movie Leave the World Behind. There's a line in that movie that people kind of overlook. So right before everything goes down, or as it's happening, main character, he tells the story of his billionaire friend who gets up out of there right before, right? He was like, hey, nice knowing you. I'm up out of here. But he tells him, hey, the reins to this whole thing, who's controlling this whole thing? There is nobody controlling it. That's probably the scariest scenario. Because you think all these factions, all these people are actually controlling everything, right?
Yeah.
He's saying, hey, there's a bunch of infighting. Nobody's at the helm. It's just chaos. Nobody's in control of anything.
Now,
Damn, that's
that,
scary.
that
There's no leadership.
that is compelling.
Think about it. No leadership, and you just have a bunch of maniacs running around just doing whatever,
It almost seems like that.
right?
yeah.
Well, the cold shit is, like, it starts really early, and I'll break it down. You guys seen a movie called The Last of Us, or I'm sorry, a series called The Last of Us?
I've heard of it, yeah.
It's actually off of a game where, out the game they gave the series. It is basically plant zombies. There's just to make sure that's clear, right?
Plant zombies.
Plant.
I'm like,
zombies.
hold on, yeah, that just hit me. I'm
Well,
like,
no, because they base it on there's some. No. There's actually in real life
There's a fungi.
Yeah, there's a fungi that actually can invade flesh and actually take over that person,
Take over your brain.
Huh?
Yeah.
Takes over your brain.
Yeah,
Right.
and it does it to insects for the most part. But
fact.
you know, the movie was okay. Now it got to people, and now the corpus or cordyceps, I think they're called
Cordyceps.
cordyceps. Yeah, no, they actually infect people, and then plant zombies. So I bring all that up to say there were, I think it was like four college students. They were like fucking around, and they were like, okay, yeah, we want to eliminate bugs, right? So when I tell you,
Which is stupid because we need it for the ecosystem.
Right.
Carry on.
they actually, there's something called the CRISPR.
For sure.
The
They do gene editing with it.
Yeah, one of them had access to a CRISPR.
Damn.
So what he did was they basically put the cordyceps in the CRISPR, and they made something that is exactly like the movie.
Which is how a epidemic or pandemic starts for a zombie apocalypse.
Correct. The cold shit is FBI actually there was one sensible one out of all of them that actually called the cops. FBI came, took all their shit, took all their research, took everything. Did not take them.
Okay, so they're gonna use it for warfare.
Bingo.
Get
Like
ready.
they always do.
Right.
No,
Which is crazy because like they want to get
Get ready
funding.
for
Okay.
Get ready for it.
Facts.
Cordyceps is about to be a thing.
Yeah, I've always said if they don't hit us with the alien demon invasion, they're gonna hit us with zombies.
Right.
I always said this.
Why did the CDC have a novel, basically, for zombie preparedness?
Zombie
They definitely
preparedness.
did.
They had this.
They did.
They had this on the CDC website
Sheesh.
where they depicted a zombie apocalypse and they had a guide on how to prepare for a zombie apocalypse. This is on the CDC website.
Everybody remember Double Tap.
So,
Like,
but
best
it's kind of
zombie move, best zombie shit I've ever learned. Oh, Double Tap.
But it's pretty interesting as well. If you guys remember a couple years ago, remember that lab in Australia where all those vials of different strains of viruses, they all disappeared?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do remember that.
So they just said, hey, we lost over 300 strains of different viruses and whatnot, including hantavirus.
Oh, what does that sound like though? Remember that the biolab here that they busted up?
Yep.
That
Bro,
was it.
y'all went to it.
Yes.
We went.
I pulled up.
Pulled up to the bio lab.
Isn't that funny that now
by
we're getting
Chinese.
all of these viruses all of a sudden?
Ran by Chinese nationals.
And it was a Chinese national who had a shit ton of viruses everywhere
Just
Right.
at the crib kicking it?
at the crib.
Yep.
And
he-
it was connected to another one, right?
Yeah, he owned another one in California.
That's what I thought.
So
The truth is indeed stranger than fiction. Question everything. Be suspicious of everything.
Yep.
Facts.
that's crazy. So, man, we're going to wrap it up. This has been another classic. Another classic.
The regime.
Yeah, we back, baby.
The big three for sure.
Hey, don't ever ask me a question if you gonna see me with Mav and Devon. Please,
Yeah, because I get that a lot. I'm
bro,
just
please,
like,
y'all gotta stop asking us that.
I'm like, wait, we started off together. I'm like, this is my brother forever. For
And we
real.
don't be having no problems. It just be problems with other people.
It always is.
On the flip side, I will say people always ask us when y'all getting back together. So,
For sure.
you know,
no.
so we got
That's a fact, though. I think it's just the Pisces in us.
Yeah, see, Mav got to keep us grounded
Mav,
sometimes.
like I said,
Because
Mav is an elite level politician. You feel me? Like
They want me to go into politics.
Man.
They asked you to go in politics too.
I'm only going if you do it.
All right, we got to talk about that.
If you go into politics, I'll do it.
Hey, that's a big
we
ticket.
straight. Yeah.
That's a
Because
big
I
ticket.
just
I'm-
look
hey.
at like, look, if they want to insider trade, then that's gonna be some opportunities that we can divert money to certain areas in certain neighborhoods because, a lot of kids is killing each other because they don't have nothing to do.
Damn.
There are no centers. There are no boys and girls clubs no more. Like, think about that. All the kids love playing video games. How hard is it to open up some centers when you got competitive gaming leagues in all the neighborhoods?
Yeah, that'll get them off the streets.
We
Sure.
definitely would.
Yeah,
definitely would.
That's a fact. Yeah, we got to figure that
I
out.
think, I definitely think that it's a different, like the politics though. That's
the game is already
because
built.
it's rigged already.
It's rigged already.
Rigged already.
Yeah, they've already built their whole house.
Yeah, so all we gotta do is keep scaling, and then now they gotta pay us multi-millions, and we get the money and we do what we want to do with it.
Hey,
we don't have to win.
Yeah, yeah.
Think about that. We don't have to win.
No, we don't. We could just run.
We'll have more influence than all of these scumbags in the first place.
Yeah, for real. They won't even disclose their own files. They had a Congress files that they had to vote on for sexual misconduct.
You're not finna show Maverick, Devon, and BH anything classified. And it's some bullshit because it's gonna be right up here on this TV screen. It's coming out. I promise
It's
you
on
that.
the Maverick approach.
That's a fact.
It's gonna be on the
That's a
Maverick
fact.
approach.
Yeah. that's
Hey,
right.
what you got? This is a complete sidebar. What do you think about people? We just had Tazariak on.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to debate him soon.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, that's my
Okay.
boy. That's my
Okay.
boy.
Yeah, no, he
Yeah,
cool
we just had him
people.
on.
I watched that. He hella cool.
Yeah.
Y'all been going crazy. You coming up for the good guys.
My
Y'all
God,
been
my
going
God.
crazy, boy. Super
But
crazy.
yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, people that are just like, why do you have this guy on? I'm like, you guys do know this is the Maverick approach. It's in
Yeah.
the name.
Yeah, let me
It's
explain.
Maverick approach.
Let me
Please break this down.
Let me explain. Let me explain to people. In order to have, like you said, a name like Maverick, look up the definition.
This is not an echo chamber. It's not an
The
echo chamber.
definition of a Maverick, what that means. And my approach to things is going to be unorthodox sometimes, to have people up here, to have dialogue.
That we don't necessarily agree with everything, and
Yeah.
that's just, you shouldn't want to watch somebody who's just talking to themselves all day.
That
For sure.
that miscommunication starts wars.
I don't see how nobody don't get that. I mean, between all us three, like we're all brothers. We don't agree.
We
See,
definitely don't.
What's
Absolutely
happening is like, we starting to replace like the typical celebrity. And people are like, hold on. They real possessive over who they look at and who they show love to.
No, that's a good
That
point.
makes sense.
No, that's a really good point, though.
I ain't
Looking
gonna
at it
hold
from
you.
that end- from that-
It's not that they're scared of you being replaced. Like y'all been replaced.
Oh, you mean celebrities?
Oh, yeah,
We're
yeah.
talking about
yeah,
the
yeah.
people.
Yeah, the people
He
to
means
where
the people's point of view.
Oh,
to
gotcha.
where, if we have conversations, I want anybody and everybody who's brave enough to come here to have a conversation, to do so in a respectful manner.
Yeah, because they don't look at Maverick as an investigative journalist,
All right.
which that's what he is. They don't look
Facts.
at him like that.
Actual facts.
You feel me? They look at Maverick as what he calls out, we take it as the immediate truth.
Yeah, well, yeah, they know that there's a due diligence done for sure. It's a that's what this platform is built on.
And I want to hear what people have to say. If it's interesting, if it's whatever their truth is, if we agree, disagree, we have to have a conversation.
Gotta have a conversation.
And,
Dialogue.
and that's the main thing. That's all.
Yeah, no echo chambers.
And the
I don't
truth
like
can
echo
never be
chambers.
disrespect. The
Yeah.
truth can never be disrespect.
And that's another thing. Yeah, some people were, oh yeah, you didn't say anything here, didn't say anything. I'm like, yo, I asked the questions that I felt needed questioning.
That's what happens when you're not owned by anybody.
See, hey,
Yeah, that's the thing.
You see that?
There you go.
That's what happens.
Because pay attention to other people. They're not even having a conversation.
Hell no, man.
They're asking a question just for the response to get to the next question.
That's it.
right.
Okay.
This is an actual conversation
That
here.
is actual
and I
conversation.
think that's what people were so used to seeing interviews. Like, okay, well, next question. It's like,
Do you
yeah,
see
this
that
is
people have car? I don't have that. We don't write shit down.
We never
Nothing.
do. We never do.
We have
And
bullet
then-
points, and that's it.
And it's not that typical off screen where you just got the person getting interviewed and then you got somebody either on an iPad remotely or with a computer in front of them. Or
Bro, I'm not gonna say which show. I'm not gonna say which show. I seen that to where somebody had an iPad.
Oh, I know what show you're talking
Yes.
about. Oh, it's a very big show.
I'll
too.
tell you off camera.
Okay.
Shit,
There's
don't
a
tip
show-
me. I might say
I've
it.
seen it to where they have an iPad.
Wait, who is this?
No,
Oh,
peep it. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's an iPad, and you'll see hands off, but the shit is typing.
which means what?
Yeah, somebody operating it remotely.
Somebody's
Yes.
remoted in.
Not only
Yes.
that, somebody's remoted in, yeah, but the person that's reading it is just literally reading off of.
Yeah, they're
it's
not
like
even doing
the
no prep
puppets.
work
They're
on
not.
their
They're not
own.
even doing, and it's not even like they're asking. It's not even like a conversation. It's like they're not even doing anything at all. Like,
Nothing, no
they're literally
engagement.
just sitting there reading off of what somebody else is typing.
So think about that for a minute.
crazy.
TV all over again.
Yeah. So think about that for a minute, and we'll wrap up. Think about this: if somebody is remoted in to your iPad, and they can type and tell you the next question, delete it, whatever, in real time, they can edit the conversation.
Yes.
So they can ask something,
Bought and paid for.
get the answer, delete the question. Hey, okay, now ask this.
Bought and paid for.
So it's not like a set of questions you're just asking. Now it's real time editing to where whomever is producing behind can just be talking to the person in real time.
right.
Damn.
Which is like you're not really talking to the person you're sitting in front
Exactly.
Wicked
So
games.
who is behind the wall talking to them? Think about that.
Yikes.
And that's all I gotta say.
of. And I digress.
Not
What you got to say, BH?
Listen, you only get this type of information when you're dealing with the regime, man. Shout out to the Maverick approach to the Devon Shrew. Shout out to my boy Shane. It was good rocking with y'all.
Yes, sir.
And might see me back up here again tomorrow, man.
Oh yeah. That's
Oh
a
yeah,
fact.
I'm feeling like we about to be on a run.
Yeah, we gotta
again.
do another
We gotta
run.
do a little run again.
Do a
Yeah,
run.
man, it's that time.
Yeah.
It's that time. I feel
It's
it
too
good.
much going on in the
It's
world.
a lot happening. It's a lot happening.
All right, we'll wrap up.
We gotta do a live.
Yeah,
we gotta do a
we'll
live.
do a live next time. Yeah, we'll do a live
They've
for
been
sure.
hollering about that.
Or
Yeah.
what?
Or you can actually have the calls in it too.
We'll do the calls too. We'll do the calls too.
The
These are
live
things
callers.
we've all done. We've done.
Yeah.
They're well with this too.
Yeah, so we'll do that. So make sure you guys go to mavericapproach.com. Also go to school.com/breakthematrix, where I teach you guys crypto, AI, real estate, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys question everything because nothing is what it seems. Peace.
Oh no.
Get the shirts.